Hey guys, it's Kyle with White Collar Wisdom, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you the 3 books that I will not be reviewing on this channel and why. So without further ado, let's get started. The number 1 book I will not review and why is Strengths-Based Leadership. Now, this is not any kind of dig at the book at all. In fact, I think that the strengths-based leadership is a very effective tool for helping teams get stronger overall. But I will say this, you need to be doing this book as part of a facilitated activity with your work team. I do not believe that reading this book or following this advice on your own individually will help you in any way, shape, or form. I think that it will probably be detrimental, and if the advice from this is given or taken the wrong way, it could lead to somebody saying like, hey, these are my strengths, I'm just not good at this other stuff, and not trying to focus or implement those or work on those things to improve themselves. I think that this is something that has to be done with a qualified facilitator with your existing team for you to get the maximum benefit out of it. I think I want to reiterate, very valuable information, completely worthless if you're just trying to read it on your own without being part of the team doing it together. So that was number 1. Number 2, the 5 dysfunctions of a team. Now, again, I want to say the same things about the previous book for this one. This is an extremely valuable book. It will give you insight into how teams behave and manage themselves that is unparalleled in a lot of other works. However, there's 2 big things that I have against this book. Number 1, like I said before, unless you work through this with your team together, this is not a book you can just read on your own. If you're actually trying to improve your team, you need to be participating in this stuff together and figuring out, oh my gosh, you know what, I can see myself in that situation, or I know that I've done that in that situation. Hey, I never realized I was being so difficult about that. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm sorry. We're all friends now. Great book, but if done individually, it will probably get you little to no results. I think that this is something that a manager of manager needs to read and have his team participate in. I don't think this is something that an individual can read and get anything from. That's my number 1 qualm with it. My number 2 qualm with it is this. It's like there's the book, and then there's the workbook, and then there's this, and then there's the strategy sessions, and there's all these other things they do. And honestly, what it feels like is it feels like a 3-day free trial of, like, you know, one of the TV channels you can get there. I don't think that this should be promoted as some sort of book that has solutions in it. It's not. This is a book that plants a seed, talks about ideas, and then follow through has to be done to implement changes to make this successful. So for that second reason, I also don't recommend the book on an individual basis. Now, don't get me wrong. Up to this point, I want to reiterate, both of these books have valuable information, but trying to implement these in part of a team setting individually is going to be very difficult and might put you into a more frustrating spot because you're seeing all these things that need to be fixed when you have no authority or power to fix them. So again, nothing wrong with these books, just think that they need to be done as part of a team and not individually. Now, the last book that I will not be reviewing in this channel and why is probably going to be the most controversial one. I will definitely get some negative comments from this below, but that's okay. Hear me out. The book is Start With Why by Simon Sinek. I think that the information contained in Start With Why is great material for the TED Talk that he did. I do not think it's a book. I think it was a concept, and then it was, look at the circles, and then, oh, it's not just circles, it's a cone. No, now it's a megaphone, but wait, there's more. It was just this little thing, and I got it. Listen, it's great. It's good information, but the reason that I personally don't review this is because this channel is geared towards people that are in the professional world. I would think that most people will agree with me that are in the professional world, that, especially those in marketing, when you read the Start With Why thing and they're like, listen, if you start with why something exists, then you're going to understand all the how and the what. I mean, pardon my French, but no shit. I mean, that's the beginning of any presentation a consultant would deliver to somebody, right? That's the beginning of any marketing campaign pitch to any company. So again, like, yeah, start with why. Okay, yeah, correct. Next. So for those outside this industry, and for those that are not in the business world, this Start With Why concept and explanation was probably very helpful. But on this channel, I think that everybody pretty much gets that, especially those in sales and marketing. If you're in literal, like if you're in actual marketing, like market planning, market research, consumer behavior design, profile, that kind of stuff, you'll read this book and be like, yeah, next. Like, that was it. I spent 7 hours doing that. I know that. That's the first 5 minutes of every presentation I've ever done, right? But if you are outside the business world, or if you're just looking for, you know, a book to read to give you a perspective on why Apple is the greatest company in the world, Simon Sinek will tell you about it for about 4 of the 6 hours. But anyway, again, I like the guy. I've read more than one of his books. I've read that one. I forget the name of the others. Leaders Eat Last. I forget the other one. But I think he's got good stuff to say, but I just don't feel like this is a book that I need to review on the channel. I felt like Start With Why was maybe, I think it was a paragraph. I really do. I just don't think it was I don't think it needed to be a book. My 2 cents. Again, negative comments will be accepted below. I know they're coming, so have at it. But anyway, those are the 3 books that I will not be reviewing on the channel and why. I hope this video was helpful in explaining why I won't review them. Thanks again for watching White Collar Wisdom.